Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. In today's video I'm talking you through my monthly favourites, a project pan update, and I also have a few empty products that I want to talk you through, and I'm just going to chuck those on the end. So I will leave timestamps in the description box down below, so if you're only interested in the monthly favourites or the project pan updates or the empties, you can skip to whichever part of the video you want to hear about. But I'm going to start with the monthly favourites. So it has been 2 months since I have done a monthly update, and in that time I have basically been wearing two makeup looks. One of them is this one, which is actually the last video on my channel, so if you want to know exactly everything that I have on my face today, then you can go back and check out that video. And also the other look is another Everyday Makeup Monday from probably about a month ago now. I think I called it like an everyday pop of colour or something like that. Again, I'll link it in the description box, but they are basically the two looks that I have been doing every single day. And there are a few products in those looks that are like the staples, like things like the concealer and the bronzer and things like that. I change those up every single day, but the staples of those looks for this one is obviously the lip. This is the L'Oreal Paris Signature Rouge, oh gosh, I just looked it up, L'Oreal Paris Rouge Signature Liquid Lip. That's what it's called. I always get that wrong. I don't know why. I always get them in the wrong order. I'm fairly certain that's right. And this is in the shade 13113. I don't. The heat is getting to me, okay? Is the heat getting to anybody else? The heat is getting to me. It's in the shade 113. I don't. And it is this beautiful orangey red lip. I have been on the hunt for my perfect orange lip for so long. I am probably going to be placing a Superdrug order soon for some others that I've seen, because this is just a little bit more red than what I would like. I still love it. I just feel it's a little bit red for what I want. I love it, I do. It lasts really well. I love it for this sort of look where I basically have nothing else on. I've got a fluffy brow, I've got a tiny bit of bronzer on, everything's really neutral, and then you just get this bright pop of the reddy orangey lip. I really love how this looks. I just feel like my perfect orange lip is still out there, if that makes sense. And then the other look that I've loved doing, that everyday pop of colour, it has to be the Beauty Bay Pastels palette. Now if I show you this close up, you might be able to see that this blue shade over here has a larger dint in it than the other ones. I was using this every single day, honestly probably for about 3 weeks after I filmed that last video. That colour is so pigmented, it's perfect for that inner corner, really bright, impactful colour. And when I wore that on the inner corner and did that whole look that I have that whole tutorial for, I got so many compliments on my makeup. I feel like I was standing differently, you know, I had more confidence when I had that colour on, because it was just so out there, but also I felt really comfortable in it, and it was just minimal enough for me to feel comfortable every day. But for other people looking at it, they were like, wow, she must have so much confidence because she's wearing a bright blue inner corner eyeshadow. Like, it was that balance, and I really enjoyed it. I do want to play some more with the other colours in this palette, specifically this orange colour. I think that tapped just on that inner corner with basically the rest of this makeup, just without this lipstick, right on that inner corner, really impactful again. But it's that pop of colour, and I have been loving this palette. I have used all of the colours, and I have used all of the colours for that inner corner bright moment, but that blue shade, what's it called? Cloud Free. That is incredible for that inner corner across the lid pop of colour that's so beautiful at this time of year. I also feel like that blue really brought out my tan when I had one. It's completely scrubbed off now, but when I had one, that blue really like contrasted against it and made me look more tanned. which is always a win. So I have 3 other makeup favourites that I wanted to talk about today. I've done a whole video on this mascara, so I'm not going to go on about it too much, but this is the Essence Another Volume Mascara Just Better with hyaluronic acid and panthenol. It is such a good mascara. It lasts so well. It's so affordable. Was this like £3.50? Something like that. I've definitely thrown away the receipt now. I don't know why I'm trying to look for it. So affordable. I got this from Wilko's. I did a whole review video on it. I will link that up here and in the description box as well. But for probably the cheapest mascara I've ever tried, it's so good and it lasts really, really well in this heat. Another heat-proof tip, this is the Revolution Pro HydraMatte Translucent Setting Powder. This is like a loose powder. It has like a mesh like dispenser thing across the middle. I hope you can see what that's like in there. I struggled with this the first time I used it because I was dipping my brush directly into there. What you need to do is tip it out into the lid, which is what I've since learnt. Otherwise it does go everywhere, and that's why it's all over the lid like that, because I'm still working my way through it. But I struggle with setting powders because I have really dry skin, but this one really, really lightly under the eyes and sort of down the centre of the face, just to set everything in during this heat wave that we're having. I have found it so soft and so smoothing on the skin. It's not a new powder by any stretch of the imagination. It's not a new release. It's just new to me, and I've really, really been enjoying this during the hot weather. And also during the hot weather, my eyes have been really sore. I really suffer badly with hay fever, and I am constantly wiping my eyes and under eyes all around here always gets so sore. So I have really been trying to reach for more nourishing concealers and things around my eyes, and this is pretty much the only one that I've been wearing because I just find it so hydrating and comfortable on that irritated eye area. It doesn't necessarily last any longer because obviously my eyes are watering and I'm having to wipe them all the time. Eyes are constantly streaming, but this is the NYX Serum Concealer, and this has helped soothe my eyes, hydrate the skin, just keep everything really calm and really happy whilst I'm wearing makeup. Like I say, it doesn't last. Nothing around that area would last on me at the minute because my eyes are just constantly streaming, but this certainly makes them feel more hydrated and more comfortable, and I just really like the finish of this. Again, down the centre of my face, this is what I'm wearing today. This is what I'm wearing in that tutorial video that I spoke about at the beginning for this look, but really, really enjoy this one. And then I have 3 skincare favourites. So, like I was saying, my eyes have been really sore. This has been my favourite eye cream for the longest time, but especially at the minute, I have found so much comfort in using this eye cream. This is the Vitamin C Nourishing Eye Cream from Superdrug's own brand. This is so affordable, but the texture of it just leaves my eyes feeling really nourished, really hydrated. It calms everything down. It makes my skin just feel really, really happy around where it can easily get very, very irritated. And also this essence from Boots. This is the Boots Glow Essence for a glowing complexion, and my skin overall has just been really, really dry at the minute, and I've had to add in a few extra steps, and this one under makeup is just fantastic. It has a really overpowering scent which I don't enjoy. It's like sweet and floral. I don't know if it's like rose or something like that, but this under makeup has been so hydrating on my skin. It's just made that dryness disappear. Basically, I can add in as many nighttime steps as I want, but in the morning I'm still waking up with dry skin because of the heat, the irritation from sweating all the time. It's so hot at the minute and my skin has been hating it, but this has really helped knock back that dryness and just help nourish my skin a little bit more. So that is all of my like skincare products. I also wanted to just give an honourable mention to this that I'm not going to hold too closely because it looks horrible. This is the Garnier shampoo bar. It's in the like oat scent. In fact, I can tell you what it is. It's the Delicate Oat scent. I picked this up recently. I have used it for maybe about a month now, and I wasn't sure how I would get on with a shampoo bar. I have very sensitive skin. My scalp is very sensitive. I only wash my hair once a week. Even in this heat, I have managed to not have to wash my hair more than once a week, which I find for myself is where my hair is happiest. I don't want to be washing it any more than that, and I was worried about incorporating a shampoo bar rather than that typical liquid, that my hair wouldn't react very well to that, but so far so good. Absolutely no problems with swapping over to a shampoo bar rather than the standard shampoo, but really been enjoying it. It's left my hair feeling really nice and clean. It lathers up really nicely. It's really nice to use. My only problem is I do need to find something to like put this in whilst it's in the shower, because at the minute it's just sticking to the, we've got like a windowsill in our shower and it's been sticking to that, and I struggle to get it off there once it's all like lathered up and soapy. Then I put it on there and it dries. I know it's like first world problems, but I need to find a better way to store it. And then my last favourite is the book that I've been reading this month. So this is the Lynda Plante Cold Shoulder. I have not been able to put this down. I am this close to the end. That's where my bookmark is there. And I still don't know who done it. I still can't figure out who did what, who's guilty, how the main character is going to play out, how everything is going to end. I still don't know. I'm so excited to finish this. So the blurb on the back is, she's lost everything except her life. Lieutenant Lorraine Page had everything: a devoted husband, 2 beautiful daughters, and an impressive career with the homicide squad. It's impossible to believe that she could be thrown out of the police force and end up on Skid Row. Without Lorraine, her colleagues struggled to track down a serial killer, but they have a lead in a missing witness, a victim who escaped. Lorraine is that witness. Against her will, she is drawn into the investigation, dredging up her past and ultimately forcing her to confront her own overwhelming guilt. Part 1 of the Lorraine Page trilogy. I want to pick up those 2. I don't think I'd read that bit before, but this is part of a trilogy. I've got to get on eBay immediately and get the next 2 in this trilogy, because this book, it has truly like grabbed my attention, and I have read, well, I read all of this in under a week, and then I forgot to take it on holiday with me at the start of this week, and now I'm only just picking it back up again. But I will absolutely finish this today, and I need to get the other 2 in the trilogy. What a fantastic book. It is a gory, like crime thriller sort of book, and that's what I love. I don't want a book where a boy meets a girl and they fall in love, okay? I want to know who murdered who. That's the kind of book I like. And then next is my Project Pan update. So I actually have 5 empties already. I mean, I knew I was going to have these 5 very quickly, and I also have a few that are very close to being done, so I'll talk you through those. The 5 that I have empty are these 5 here. So finally made my way to the end of the e.l.f. Instant Lift brow pencil. By the end of this, it was falling, like the last little bit of the product was falling out, and I was having to just hold it and draw it on instead of actually using the pencil. But I think I would pick this up again. This was so affordable. I'm fairly certain this was £3, and I mean, if you've followed this whole saga, this has lasted me for months when I thought that I was on like the last week. So definitely would pick this one up again. I would, however, get a different shade because this was in neutral brown. I think I would go for a slightly darker shade because I picked this up when I was blonde. I'm now brunette, so I feel like I can get away with a darker shade. I also finished up this, the L'Oreal True Match Eye Cream in a concealer. Here's a funny story. I literally didn't even get one use out of this. When I said in my Project Pan video where I was picking out all the products that I was going to use, I didn't quite know how much product I had left Turns out I had literally one click left. This like clicks and then the product comes out. It clicked once, product came out, and then it just clicks and nothing comes out now. I can twist this forever and a day and nothing will come out. I really enjoyed it. It was less coverage than I would go for, and I like quite a light coverage anyway. I don't wear foundation on an everyday basis, but it was a really nice hydrating light coverage concealer for around the eye area. I think if you had maybe slightly older skin and were more worried about product settling into lines and things, you would maybe like this if you just wanted a little bit of something to cover up dark circles. The colour shade range isn't very good. This is in the shade 1 to 2 Ivory Beige, and I'm fairly certain this is the lightest shade, and it's not light enough for me. It works for me in summer. In winter this is darker than my skin tone, so I wouldn't repurchase it. I prefer something like the NYX Serum Cream for that sort of lightweight finish, but it definitely got used. Obviously I'm through with using it, but it was good. I just don't think I would necessarily repurchase it. And then the last three are 3 mascaras. So I picked 4 mascaras and I've already done with 3. That's how close I was to the end. So the 3 that I finished are the Bambi Eye False Lash Mascara. Again, I only got like 2 uses out of this before it completely gave up. It's a fine mascara. It doesn't give me incredible length, it doesn't give me incredible volume, it doesn't last amazingly well all day. It's just very black, nothing crazy for me. Then the other 2 are favourites for me, so the Maybelline Curl and Bounce and the Maybelline Sky High. I will say I have finished using these up in like the last week while we've had the heat wave, and the Curl and Bounce has lasted really well. The Sky High, I found yesterday specifically, I found a lot of smudging under my eyes, so although it is very good and very long lasting in normal weather, in 35 degrees it struggled a little bit, which I'm not going to hold against it. They do both normally last really well on me. Would happily repurchase either of these when the time comes that I need to purchase a new mascara, which isn't now because I've got loads, but both of these were really good. If you're umming and ahhing between the 2, the Sky High is a very lengthening, thickening, but its main like quality, I suppose, for me anyway, is the lengtheningness. Does that make sense? I'm really not making very much sense, am I? I do apologise. I'm trying to put this in a way that like you can understand the differences between them. The Sky High is very lengthening, the Curl and Bounce is very curling and volumizing and thickening, so it just depends what look you want really. The Sky High gives very long lashes, very wispy, very spidery, like long spiky lashes. The Curl and Bounce is more thickening. It does give good length, it gives really good volume, really good thickness, really good curl, hence the name. And then everything else I've just sort of been working my way through, so you can't really see very much of a difference in the powder products. The pan has got slightly bigger in the bronzer, the Revolution Pro Sculpting Bronzer in Cacao. The pan has got a little bit bigger, but nothing crazy. I still have lots of that product to get through. The same for the L'Oreal Life's a Peach. I have been using both of these pretty much every single day and it still doesn't look like I've touched the sides at all. A product that I think I will finish very soon is the L'Oreal Glow Cherie Natural Glow Enhancer. I honestly think that this has like 2 or 3 days left in it, days worth of product, because the bottle is pretty much empty now. It's probably going to be one of those ones like the e.l.f. one where I say that I have like a week left in it and then it just keeps on going, but I squeezed all of the air out of this and there really isn't a lot left in that, so that will probably be an empty very soon. Another one that I think I'm going to be empty with very soon is the Maybelline Face Studio Contour Stick. As you can see, I took a Stanley knife to this and I cut off that highlighter shade. I don't use it. I don't know why brands keep making these highlight and contour sticks. I never use the highlight shade in any product like this. I just use that contour shade. But again, I've been using this really regularly and it really doesn't have a lot of product left at all. I've really been enjoying this product actually now that I have like started using it more. The only thing is it's very cool tone, so at the minute I do have to go over with that much warmer bronzer to bring my skin back to life, because otherwise I just end up looking very grey. But that's another one that I'm very close to finishing. The Maybelline Lash Sensational, I think I've only got a little bit left in that as well. It's so hard to tell with these products where you can't actually see in them, but I don't think I have very much left in that. Same for the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer. I have really been focusing on trying to use that more, trying to just use the tiniest little bit on the inner corner, cover over my spots, which is a step that I don't normally do. Again, I've really been enjoying it in this heat. The more matte finish of that concealer has really like stood the test of the heat. It's lasted really well on my skin, and it's another one that I've really enjoyed using. And then all of the other products, they haven't really worn down all that much. I am using them, I am working my way through them, but nothing else really to write home about. Oh, I have just looked over actually, the Revolution Fix and Glow Dewy Finish Setting Spray. When I picked this for my project pan, I'm sure it was up to about here, and now it's down to just under the label. Another one that I have been using every single day, even though I don't normally use a setting spray, and I wouldn't pick this up again. The scent is really overpowering. And I just have better setting sprays than this one. But it's nice, it does add a glow, it does set my makeup in nicely, but I just have others that I prefer, so that's the update on that one. And everything else is just still on its way out, but nothing is done apart from those 5 that I mentioned at the beginning. So I will update you again at the end of next month's monthly video, and hopefully I will have a few more empties by then. So speaking of empties, these are the ones from my project pan that were empty, so those are going in the bin. Then I have some skincare, some body care and some hair care. So for skincare, I have gotten through another one of the Garnier Micellar Water, the oil infused one. I have gone on about this on pretty much every empties video that I have done. I am always going through these. This is the best micellar water if you have dry skin. I'm not going to ramble on about it anymore. This is a very like Garnier heavy section. I apologise. I did buy all of these, it's not an ad, funnily enough. The Garnier Vitamin C Anti-Dark Spot Serum. It looks like there's a tiny little bit left in there, but I've had this upside down and I just can't get that last little bit out. So I already have a replacement for this. It's here on my table. This is a fantastic serum. The Vitamin C range from Garnier is really good. I've tried a few different products from that and all of them work really well. I use this every single night. It has like niacinamide, yeah, vitamin C, niacinamide and salicylic acid. I don't know what those do apart from the vitamin C that like brightens and evens out skin tone and things like that. I don't know what the niacinamide and salicylic acid are meant to do for your skin. I just know that this makes my very dry skin very happy, so I will keep using it. And then the last 2 skincare products, I'm going to apologise because this looks grim. This is the St. Moritz Radiant Glow Face Mist. This is a fake tan. You can see it's got like 1 use left in the bottom, but I just wanted to mention it today so that I can throw it away after I've used it tonight. So this is a face mist that develops into the most beautiful self tan. It lasts really, really nicely. It doesn't turn too orange, it doesn't turn green. I don't find that it has a very bad smell, which I find really, really important. If you can't tell from the other products that I've mentioned today, scent is a very important thing for me. I have very sensitive skin and very sensitive eyes, and anything that has a very overpowering scent I just can't get on board with. But this just gives the most beautiful, natural looking soft tan. It develops overnight. You don't have to wash it off in the morning, or at least I don't know if you're meant to. I'm doubting myself now, but I don't wash it off. I just find it gives the most beautiful tan, and I will be repurchasing that because I just find that it works really, really well for my skin. And the last skincare empty is another tanning product. This is the Garnier Summer Body Moisturizing Lotion. This is in the deep sun-kissed look. They do a deep and a light, and despite the fact that I am as pale as a ghost, I do like the deep version because it's that gradual tan. It doesn't go too dark. It is a gradual tan. You do have to build it up over time. The only thing is I don't put this on my face. That's what the St. Moritz one is for. I put this all over the rest of my body. It just develops a really nice sort of warm flush. It's not a tan, it's not going to give you that instant tanned look, but again, I've run out of that, so that's why I'm as pale as I am. But it just leaves your skin feeling really nice and moisturized, really hydrated. At this time of year, I find my skin really suffers with getting really, really dry. I mean, throughout the whole year, but especially at this time of year, the intensity of the heat really dries my skin out, and all of these products really help. I have two more. I've got a hair care empty. This is the Garnier Ultimate Blends Soothing Shampoo, the Delicate Oat scent that's the same as that shampoo bar I used through the shampoo and the conditioner. I just can't find the conditioner tub anywhere, but I used through both of those, and I picked up the bar version of this. It smells really nice. It cleans my hair, it's really nice and gentle, it foams up really nicely. It's just shampoo, honestly, it's just shampoo. It's not any more deep than that. I just buy whatever's on offer generally, but I'm really enjoying the bar, so I won't be repurchasing this, but the bar is in the same scent as this, and that works really, really well. And the last empty, I am just going to show you this, is the Wild deodorant. I am completely through with the scent that I had, which was the Clean Cotton and Sea Salt, I think it was called, and I have refills for this coming tomorrow, thank goodness. And I ordered the most delicious sounding refill. It was like, oh no, what was it? It was a passion fruit martini or something like that. I'm so excited. It sounds so good, and you get 3, so I think I got an orange one, and I can't remember what other one I got, but I got 3 different ones. I will talk about that in next month's favourites if I like them. I hope I do. That is my monthly favourites, my project pan update, and then just a few empties tagged on the end. I am losing my voice. This is the most I have spoken in about 10 days since the last time I filmed. Anyway, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know, out of all of these products that I've mentioned today, which ones are your favourites? What has been your go-to look this summer? Because for me, it's been this red lip. I know that a red lip doesn't automatically scream summer, but I've been loving wearing this, and this is just so long lasting. I'm going to stop talking now. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!